Marching toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 52 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And some space here. And it's a Packers touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Aguilar. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. The Panthers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's it.
Looking to throw. Aguilar. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. He finds his man, complete. That's Sherman. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. On now is the Packers punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. To throw on second down, Aguilar. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the gun on third down, Aguilar. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right. And it winds up an empty possession.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing on first down. Aguilar. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40 to throw again. Aguilar. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Back to throw again. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw again. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for them.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aguilar. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Lynch.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. To throw on 2nd down. Aguilar. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Panthers have moved out in front.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, no scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one, they've made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
From the gun on 3rd down, Aguilar. And he's got Rome.
Loose inside the 30.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Now the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one fielded at the 5.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Panthers set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Throwing after the interception. Aguilar firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to number 7. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Aguilar. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Good, strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Holding offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll drop to throw, and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage of his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Down inside the 10. Touchdown! A great play there. 42 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers about ready to take over. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Back to throw. Aguilar. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. On 3rd and 2. Aguilar. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there. Because they didn't want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Aguilar. They'll get this out to Lynch. Complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st down, Aguilar. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Operating from the gun, Aguilar steps away to his left. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. But the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Aguilar. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lynch.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Aguilar. Eluding. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Aguilar.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Aguilar. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Panthers! From 3 yards out. And the Panthers take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line is, I don't know if you want to call it physical, that tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find Cobbs here. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. He finds his man. Complete. It's Lynch. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aguilar. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Aguilar. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Aguilar. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. To throw on 2nd down. Aguilar. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lynch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 25 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game. And
he's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Panthers will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And oh, he coughed it up. And this is going to be Packer football. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Packers offense set to go. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Cobbs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right back to him on 1st down.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the home team here, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.